Hi, my name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a comic book review of The Death of Doctor Strange. And if you're wondering that I'm not in the comic book store doing this review, it's because I'm on vacation. But I'm still going to bring you guys comic book reviews and entertaining comic book content while I'm away. With that being said, let's get into it. In this issue, we start off with Doctor Strange's death. With his death came the responsibility to preserve a magic barrier around the Earth that warded off other dimensional threats. But now that Doctor Strange has been mysteriously murdered, that barrier has fallen. And now we see the warlords coming out. We see Agamemnon, who's the first to strike within just seconds of Doctor Strange's death, who's already setting up a fortress in the desert. We see Dagoth, who has raised a sunken city from the seafloor off the coast just to make a home on planet Earth in the sea. And then we see Tiboro claim this ancient territory in the jungles of Peru. And then we see Umar, who sets up her portion of her kingdom in Antarctica. Meanwhile, we see the younger Doctor Strange, and you can tell it's a more vintage looking Doctor Strange it's from a different time. It is still Doctor Strange, it's just not the memories of the current Doctor Strange. So Wong is like, okay, can it be you, Doctor Strange? Mordo's like, what the heck is going on here? Everyone's like, it's him, it smells like him, but is it him? And then it's like, is it a ruse or what? And then Wong is like, I'm not sure. And then even Doctor Strange is kind of like, okay, I am Doctor Strange, I just don't have the memories of Doctor Strange from the future. And Mordo, it's surprising to see you near my death, near my corpse right here, you know? Because back in the previous issue, Doctor Strange and Mordo always had beef. So when everyone questions what the heck is going on, the new and vintage Doctor Strange, I guess you want to call it, tells him about the purple dimension, and it was after his time, and it's 7 days to be precise. Wong asked him to please explain. So 1 week ago, Doctor Strange can only assume that it was many years ago to you guys, to everyone, but he severed 1 week from his personal timeline and he hid it away as a secret from everyone, like a needle inside an egg or a duck or in a haystack, as a contingency plan. So if he were to die, part of himself would ensure that his affairs were put to order. So in other words, to investigate his own death, because it makes perfect sense. Who else can investigate his own death? Him, right? So the card rings and this girl picks up, and Doctor Strange from the past tells her, young lady, if you could take that card elsewhere. She's like, well, it's your card and you're getting a call. And it's Captain America. And Captain America tells Doctor Strange, we have multiple invasions from different dimensions ongoing. And Captain America tells Doctor Strange, we need you to get it together. Now, he tells Captain America, this is Dr. Stephen Strange, yes, but it's not the Dr. Stephen Strange you know. It appears that we're friends, and I offer my condolences. I am an excerpt of the timeline kept in reserve in order to investigate my own murder. So after that situation gets absolved, now we get more information what's going on with these invasions, and Captain America tells Doctor Strange, it seems to me that they've been digging, claiming territory in largely unpopulated areas, and they're not putting innocent lives at risk. And Doctor Strange concludes, well, they're not immediately consolidating power, laying siege to the cities. There is something more to these invasions. There are symptoms to the conditions we find ourselves afflicted with. We need to understand the cause. So Doctor Strange kind of puts his thinking cap on, and he concludes, it's not them invading, they're running away from something. So Captain America is like, okay, well, we need to talk in person about this. So then communication ends up, and then Doctor Strange hears like a telepath communicate with him, they're coming for me, I need you, Stephen. And then he's like, who calls for me? I am coming to you, Stephen. And Stephen's like, who is it? And he looks up in the sky, Clea falls into his lap, and she's like, oh, you saved me. He's like, I don't believe we've met. Because keep in mind, this is Doctor Strange from the past. And she's like, you're not Stephen, then who are you? Clea, what's happening? And then Clea tells him the warlords for the outer planets have invaded. Agamemnon, Umar, Tiburu, and the rest. They are not invading. It turns out they are fleeing from something. Fleeing from what? Fleeing from whom, one asks. And it turns out the mothers, the three mothers, the Weird, the Crown, and the Crawl, they have sent to me and they're hunting me. So out of this portal, this hand comes out, and these worms that are just disgusting, that are just emerging from this purple portal. And Dr. Stephen Strange is like, oh my gosh, this is disgusting. And then these three mothers emerge, are mystical, they're imposing, especially one with the horns. You got one with like a statue head, but just like gory worms that look like intestines just circulating around her. And then this Ebony Maw looking female ward or whatnot, and they saying this reeks of magic, but in a good way, and they're looking for the challenge. So Doctor Strange is like, you know what, be gone. You know, I am under the protection of the Doctor Strange, master of the black magic. And Mortal's like, okay, I have not forgotten that you used to call yourself that. Enjoy dying a second death. I am out of here. One of the three mothers with the horns is like, oh, we have annihilated thousands of magicians like you, and yes, we're gonna do it again. And the Avengers, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, and Captain Marvel are like, we don't stand. Avengers assemble. We're gonna do this thing. We're gonna fight. And these are some heavy hitters here. Now they're just like, okay, you guys are gonna step up to us. Them not knowing who the Avengers are, they don't know them from anything. Avengers don't know them for anything. This is completely new. Like, all right, enough talking. Let's test the world out and let's get a taste of it. So battle ensues. Thor is going in, you know, just like the king of Asgard, just coming in with this swag, and the three mothers with the horns is like, this one has the smell of a godling, sisters. Delicious. It's like they're not even intimidated, and this is an epic fight of epic proportions. Iron Man is doing these things. Now these worms are shooting like acid laser beams to Iron Man and Captain Marvel, and this is an all-out war, all-out battle, and it kicks into high gear with these three mothers. One of the three mothers tells Thor, your strength, your lightning, your godly power, it's what I live for, it's what I enjoy. And she's having fun with this fight, and Thor is giving it his all. One of the mothers tells Thor, you know what's dangerous here? A mother's love for her child. What is a god in the face of that? Nothing. I'm like, okay, that's extra adrenaline, so that means you're holding back. And then one of the three mothers is like, okay, even though she has Iron Man in submission, she's like, I worry for our child, sister. Tell me that we might find enough to sustain him here. And they end the fight here. Now, I love this right here, because right here, the three mothers pop up, things get heavy on the action heroics, and the art, I think it captures the intensity of the battle beautifully. Now, I got to leave a little meat on the bone with you guys for this issue. Now, what I do love about the Death of Doctor Strange #2 is it leans into a very clever twist on this new version of Doctor Strange very well. I did not expect the story to go like this. I did not know who this guy was emerging. I thought it was like an evil Doctor Strange. But no, with his death, and now that his spell is broken from the protection of all these other dimensions of Earth, immediately everyone invades. But now we get to see who these three mothers are. They leave because they're concerned about this child that we do not even see, and then they leave, and now they want to come back, and they're just like, you know what? We're going to come back for you guys after we return to take care of our child here. But the anticipation of you guys knowing that we can demolish you is the best seasoning of all, anticipation. And that is awesome. And by the way, you'll have an entertaining read with this book. Link in description if you guys want to get a copy of this comic book. With that being said, The Death of Doctor Strange, issue #2. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. And also, if you like the content we're throwing up, you know what to do. Don't be shy, don't be stingy. Here at Rated Comics, we do awesome comic book reviews, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaways. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.